incredible, honestly unforgettable. You would joke like your belly show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish now. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in, so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in the prison, man, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission.
You want me to send the invite? Oh, you want me to check yours? Nah, man, just we can count it down. Oh, you count it down.
Incredible, honestly unforgettable. You would joke like your belly show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Yeah, I heard you say that.
I saw it back.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You saw it?
You saw what? Nah, I ain't look at nothing. Oh.
Why are you doing it?
I'm excited.
They gave me mad. I'm about to leave and then I'm like, that food right there's for me. They're like, oh, that's for you? He's like, you know, it was a white dude. I didn't think he was about that life right there. Let's go. He came out, he's like, I'm about to make a play. I'm so confused. He said, I'm gonna give you a food. I was like, I paid for it. I'm gonna give you extra. You can hide that shit. And he walked to the kitchen. And then I told him.
Okay, Coach. Well, from a place that's officially been recognized as the loudest venue in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium right here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Whatever you want to wear.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Ask me like, because you always asking me, can you wear something? You just grab it. Nigga, you have no problem stealing my clothes, so you got access to steal my shit? Okay, makes sense.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish a running game early.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsay, and they're able to get this one across the 35.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draw.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
3 tenders in that.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second and 11 now. Mahomes, they complete it to Hill. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On second and 11 now. Mahomes, it's Hill, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because
half the people in the NFL
this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The negative media.
Baker's kick here is good.
Honestly, because he get a workout, don't mean he's going to be a part of the team.
Drive, Charles does yield points, maybe not the touchdown.
That's what I'm saying. They said a lot of people feel like they said that I don't know what's happening. I'm just saying.
3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
So they can take out the view of that is.
And yeah, line up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if
honestly, bro, he's better than half the people in the NFL already. Like, no, like, don't say right because you don't know. They've been signing hella trash-ass quarterbacks that's way worse than
and it's not going to. We still have December early in November. But he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kim Crowley. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception.
But the thing is, everyone that watched NFL already know there's a lot of quarterbacks that got signed before him that shouldn't have. So it's like, so what changed now? Like,
here's 1st and 10.
And NFL is the reason he's in that controversy. And NFL is dirty, bro. Like, it's fun to watch and shit like that.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Old rich guys, like, you're just not gonna have someone do that.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now here's Mahomes. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Go in the kitchen.
From the 41, Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Ready?
First carry for Royce Freeman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. They've got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They have the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey, and he's got room. And all the way A huge play there for Denver. 44 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. 15 yards on the play, first down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
To try again after the sack. Block. And he's going to go down again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing now is Locke. For the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Man, this nigga's so slow. So slow. Is this a pick 6?
It's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7.
That's good, Chip, fool. That's good, nigga.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
That's how you want this shit?
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
And this nigga asked me to play 2K. I told him, nah, because I got to be up at 4. This nigga just texted me, how you playing Madden? You got to be up at 4. Nigga, my coworker at work. I'm gonna lie, because the nigga slept all day, though. That's why.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
From the 29, Locke. Got a man that's complete to Hamilton. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep and work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Be careful.
They toss to Freeman.
Are you serious?
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this
I didn't know why my
half.
broadcast up. I should have took it down, huh? Shit, I'm tripping. That's happening.
Now to the air, Lock. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 3rd and long, it's Lock. He wants it all for the end zone.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation instead. Tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield.
I missed that shit.
But
money, man.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. You know, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even working.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half.
Man,
and he's going to be intercepted a third time. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey.
Wow, that's
the tackle made there by Kyler Fackrell.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Yeah, I know I was going to tell you about that
tie
today.
game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
Yeah,
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Somebody show me
wind up
something.
losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Here's Locke to throw. And that is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here's Hill on the return. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
Yellow. 180. Easy. Check.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he's got this down to the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Williams. Corey Littleton there on the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes. Touchdown number 15 of the year as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
You see, you don't know yet? Oh, shit.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. And open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, Locke. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Mahomes now on 1st down. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. At the 29-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Watkins, the intended receiver. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Yeah,
with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington.
A huge play there for Denver. 46 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a carry for Lindsey. And a short gain down to about the 33. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 13-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a toss right. Freeman. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 4. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now. It's Lindsey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They look to throw. It's Locke. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
So an interesting call there to take the 3, but I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but
you know,
4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Again, it's Williams.
God damn.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell. Throwing now is Mahomes, and that will be incomplete.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And an alley to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsey, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Huh?
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Another run by Lindsey. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. The 30, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsey, his third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
You said what?
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because
it's caught inside the 25. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Important extra point up and through, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
I know that wasn't the last paper.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey, and some room to maneuver. That's right. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, 46 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
What? What happened?
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
No, I'm almost done.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
It's my fault.
And last time the formula was pretty simple.
You the one that messed the joint up.
Long pass. That
so if you want to fire exactly.
Again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up.
Yep.
Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drives exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Mahomes to throw. Flushed out right. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. To throw is Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.
GGO.
I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime
Lindsey ran
obviously
for like
hit home.
300 yards.
I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Broncos, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2, and they will head back.
I wasn't supposed to.
Damn, why are you coming at me like that?
Like
Chill
what?
your ass up.
Oh my God. You're being wrong as fuck. That's all I said.
Alright, I'm out, yo.